And so what I'm trying to encourage you is this, that we may suffer affliction. We may suffer persecution, some of us may suffer death, but that is nothing compared to the glory that will be ours, because we have a coming kingdom. And you know, if you look at the same chapter, and if you look at verse 11, when Moses said to God, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?" And in verse 12, God says, "Certainly I will be with you, and this will be a token." And the thing is this, God has given us so many signs and evidences. And part of the miraculous in the church is the evidence of the kingdom. When I pray for the sick and God heals them, yes, it's what Jesus commanded me to do. He said, preach the gospel, heal the sick. But it's more than that. Every time I see a sinner saved, every time I see a miracle of healing, it is a picture of the coming deliverance, when there will be no more sickness and no more death. But why aren't we looking at the glory of the future? Why do we get so confused with the suffering down here when Jesus is saying that in that kingdom, no more death, no more pain, no more tears, no more suffering? And every time I see a sinner saved from sin, I see a picture of the kingdom. Every time I see somebody healed and delivered, then I see that this is a picture of what God will finally accomplish in the kingdom. So every little miracle I see in my life is just a confirmation. And what did God say to Moses? I will be with you. And you know, God has promised he'll never leave us or forsake us. What really touches me is the way that I know that my life was planned from the moment of my conception in the womb. Because now at my age I can do this. I look back and I say, well, you know, God must have made this decision for me. God must have done this. When I look at the decision to go to Jerusalem in 1961, that was the hand of God. Certainly God was with me. When I took up the Bible smuggling, that was the hand of God. God was with me. When I was in the prison, that was the hand of God. Yes, that was the hand of God. And you know, the amazing thing is that my testimony when I came out of the prison was not about the suffering and the pain and the hunger and the desperation. It was simply, I talked more about the glory of God, that when God appeared to me in that prison, and the glory of the miracle when God showed me in a dream the day of my release, confirmed it in the scripture. I saw in all of this the hand of God, and I testify. God says, I will be with you. So through all the suffering, through all the pain, God is with Israel. Oh, you can criticize Israel, you can condemn Israel, as so many do, but God is with them. And the very fact that they remain in that land and that nobody's been able to turn them out at the moment is a miracle. And Christian, I want you to realize you have got the promise of that kingdom. And God is saying to you today, whatever it is, whether it's sickness, whether it's COVID, whether it's poverty, or even death, God says, I will deliver you into your future, the kingdom.